don't cross my T's. I don't dot my I's. I won't say pretty please, or speaking little white lies. I've got a rebel soul. 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 Just get down with it, down with it, down with it. Just get down. I ain't no thing that you can chain with a ring. And I ain't no price for admiring eyes. I've got a rebel soul. 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 Just get down with it, down with it, down with it. Just get down. I can be good when I wanna. I just don't wanna. I can be good when I wanna. I just don't wanna. I can be a good girl when I wanna. I just don't wanna. I can be good, I can be good, but no. I got a rebel soul. Hey, I've got a rebel soul. I got a rebel soul. Yeah, I've got a rebel soul. Hey, down with it, my rebel soul. Just get down with it, my rebel soul. Just get down with it, my rebel soul. Just get down with it, down with it, down with it. Just get down with it, down with it, down with it. Just get down with it, down with it, down with it, down with it, down. I've got a rebel soul. Hi, everybody. How are we? Oh, hang on. Y'all can't see my avatar. How are we doing this evening on Saturday evening? Is anybody else getting rained out where they are? Hi, Abby. Crafts. So I'm reading your chat about what you said about Al. You're talking about Al Stout, right? Okay, hang on. Something's going off in here. I got to figure out what's going on. You hear that noise? All right. Please hold. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so let's see. Kraft said he changed jobs or is being retrained. So you think Al was? Yeah, because I was wondering why he was having to go back and forth to Oklahoma when they lived in Colorado. Because I didn't know. I mean, usually when they move, obviously they're going to move to where their job is closer. Because I know that they moved from South Carolina. So I kept wondering, why did they go to Colorado? But then I heard him say something about he was in. You're right. Like I think I heard him say this, that what he was doing in Oklahoma was kind of a temporary deal. She's definitely a female, Brooks. Oh man, homegirl
She's taken the award, has she not? Okay, y'all are talking about something that I've missed here. So what happened? Crazy Tisha was laughing after the judge reprimanded her. I missed that part. Was that on Friday? I totally missed it, or it was just so such a small piece that I they didn't even make much of it. I know that when they first started the trial, she was talking about how she was trying to look for a way where she didn't have to sit in the trial every day. Oh, Abby, you're in my Indiana getting some snow, huh? Hey, Steve, how are you? Okay, so Colorado was his duty station. All right. Fort Sill is a training post. Okay, I gotcha. Gotcha. That's what I thought. I thought it was like whatever he was doing over there in Oklahoma was totally temporary. All right, so let's do what we said we were going to do here. Let me pull up this video. I chopped out just the portion yesterday of where they did her little second piece of the interview where we left off from our last live stream on this. Now I got to find it.
There we go.
Can everybody hear okay? Actually, the
Yep.
first part of this video, there's not a whole lot of I think like for 20 minutes there's just a few things here and there that they say, but let's watch her squirm. Go to I did see something about her flipping off the judge because Plunder put something up about that. I was noticing that this evening when I was looking for this piece. I don't think she was flipping off the judge though. I think she was flipping off whoever was on the stand. But I don't know. I could be wrong because again, I missed it. 85 in Iowa. Nice.
I just accidentally see a little. Now my pants are wet.
What's she talking about? She was doing that whole head roll thing when she was in the cop car. Did anybody go back and watch that video I posted of her trying to do her little jailbreak? Just a reminder, if you guys would please hit like to help with my, what do you call it? To help my channel. It helps with the algorithm. You know, that would be funny, Crafts, if I did a video of quick takes where we throw in Darrell, Letecia, and Sarah Boone on all their crazy moments. Maybe I'll do that. It's not even, well, and we haven't even seen Sarah's trial yet. I think she's going to be pretty normal in trial, though, honestly. I think Sarah's going to be just sitting there kind of boring because she's all sobered up now. And she seemed pretty mature the other day. Letitia's getting hot. She got her hair pulled up now. She needs to cut that damn hair. It's too long. I hate the way she sits there in trial and like tries to cover her face up with her hair. Hi, Miss D. How are you? Good to see you. With some Jodi Arias headstands. We didn't get that, did we? Or that other crazy girl that started singing. What was her name? The one that killed her lawyer boyfriend? You kind of have to do a slow-mo of her picking up the can and hitting the officer with it. Because it happened pretty quick. Why can't we hear them?
Hey, Keith. We're gonna take you to the restroom. Okay. We're gonna stand there. The cell door is gonna be closed where you have your privacy, but we need you not to wipe. And please don't flush the toilet. Just so that we can verify that indeed you did not wipe, because what we're worried about is potential evidence of consequences. Okay. Okay.
Y'all know that hussy flushed.
Right. You can leave your things here, so we're just coming right back into this room. Area, huh? I'm sorry? I said I acted like I wasn't in like some secure area or something.
I couldn't make out what they were just saying. Could y'all? Hey, Teresa. How are you? They fast forwarded, it looks like. I cut this straight from the webinar that I recorded, you guys, so we're not missing anything. Hey, Don
I
Shell.
guess I'll go to sleep. Can I go to sleep?
I need to get her a pacifier. Was Jodi Arias like the first trial that we all started kind of paying attention more to court stuff? Maybe because I think a lot of us are in the same page with you on that, Don Shell. Yeah, so I guess we could talk here because this is where it's kind of there's like 10. I know at least 10 minutes of nothing happening. So let's see. I'm gonna read the chat while we're watching her just fiddle and faddle. What'd y'all do today? It rained here almost all day. And I'm so glad that I didn't schedule the live for this afternoon because our power was flickering for a couple of hours today because of all the bad weather. Your first was the Casey Anthony case. Do you know that I never sat through the whole Casey Anthony case? I'm one of those that just watched. I'm trying to think of what I was doing when all that was going on. What I was watching when all that happened. Hi, show poodles. How are you? Good morning, or good, sorry, good evening. Cleaning house. OJ Simpson. Okay, yeah, Steve. You know what? I think all of us watched OJ because honestly, that was before they really started showing any trials. But they didn't they have OJ like on NBC or something? Amanda Knox Crafts. Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, the roommate thing. Who doesn't remember? Let me ask you this, because it's kind of like, doesn't everybody remember where they were when that OJ chase was going on the highway? That white Bronco. I was that was back. I think I was in my early 20s, and I was working a part-time job at night because I worked full-time during the day. And at night I was working at a rock and roll bar because this was back when, they still had live bands playing rock, like good rock and roll. And it was a it was really dead that night. Like there weren't a whole lot of people there, but all of us that were there were just sitting there watching this together and talking about it. And by the way, I was a horrible waitress. I sucked at it. I tried too hard, and I'm clumsy. You were in high school crafts? Wow, it was a long time ago, huh? If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. She said that. She said objection fairy tales, Steve. Maybe, since I haven't ever watched that trial, maybe I should go back and do some did they show the full thing like on court TV? Is it on YouTube? Maybe I should go back and watch the whole thing like I did with Jarrell and post some clips like I did with him. You think people would watch it or if they're all sick of her? I posted something on Casey Anthony not too long ago, and it was when she was caught, or the police, she called the police to come out because somebody accosted her in the bar. And I didn't get a whole lot of views on it. And I thought I would get a lot more views. But I think it was probably one of those things where everybody's seen it already. But I don't think everybody watched Arius. So maybe that would be cool for me to watch that trial and then do some like clips of some key moments in that trial. 8-week trial. She was on the stand 20 days. What? No way. I do remember seeing clips of her being on the stand. Crazy hussy. Another one that was very interesting was that McCann girl. What was her first name? If you guys have never watched Reporting Live from My Sofa, he is so funny. He's hilarious. He's like one of the first people on YouTube I ever really started watching. What's she moaning about now? Madeline McCann. No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Not Madeline McCann, Candalis, or something like that. Dahlia DiPolito case. Oh yeah, that one was a good one too. No, what is the name? It just happened like 3 years ago, I think. This was the crazy chick who said she was a boy or thought she was a boy or was changing over to be a boy, and she actually killed her ex-boyfriend and had her boyfriend or her current boyfriend involved in it or something. Candalis? Why do I want to say Candalis? I can't think of the name. Anyway, I started watching that because Reporting Live from my sofa was doing thing on that. So he still does, but he does like he'll come on like about twice a week, 2 or 3 times a week, and he'll just give you updates on what's going on in court. And he's really funny,
Uh,
and I enjoy watching him. So if you haven't seen him, go watch him. And then if you're going to watch the trial of Letecia live, don't watch Law and Crime. They're boring. Go to go watch it on Icked Mel's channel. It's ICKEDMEL, because during the breaks and stuff, he does some good stuff. He has some updates on other cases, and I just love Icked Mel. I think JPC was on there the other day when I was in there, and somebody else was in there. Which one of you guys did I see in there watching Icked Mel? Oh, you know who it was? It was Kona's mom. Where's Kona's mom at? Where's she been? I bet she goes to bed early. I cringed too, Teresa. You know, I was saying earlier in another live when I was watching that Casey Anthony documentary. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, I thought they were talking. Um, I had to do something. I had to have her on in the background because I couldn't just sit there and watch that cooker. I was like, she is too much. And the fact that her dad, I don't know. Do y'all think all that stuff that happened with her dad? Ezra McCandless, thank you, Crafts. That's the one I'm talking about. What do y'all think about Casey Anthony's dad? Now, I didn't watch the whole trial, but my take on it was that this poor man was treated unfairly and is continuing to be treated unfairly. What do y'all think? Does anybody else have that same opinion, or do you think that he actually did do anything to Casey? They seem to love that baby.
I just need a stretch.
Yes, his voice is soothing, Crafts. Reporting live from us. What's his name? I forgot his name. Shit. Can't believe I forgot his name.
Is there anything I can read or do?
The live stream of Leticia's trial, Teresa, that is Icked Mel. ICKEDMEL. Hi, Mel. Good to see you, honey. Yeah, I did too. I felt sorry for her dad, and I think he did try to unalive himself, did he not? Hi, grandkids galore. Steve, I bet it's on. Steve said that the Casey Anthony trial or the Jodi Arias was on HLN, but I bet they have. Somebody's got it on YouTube. I bet. 2 times he tried to do that. That's so sad. And she has no remorse. Who does that to someone who raised them? You know who else got a raw deal? Who remembers the Atlanta bombings? Remember that guy? What was his name? That got Richard. Was it Richard? They did a whole. I think they did a documentary or a TV show about it, like a mini series about it not so long ago. I lived in Atlanta when that happened. Richard. Oh shoot, it's on the tip of my tongue. The cop Jewel. Thank you. Thank you, Amanda. Hello, Amanda. How are you, hun? Yeah, he got that poor man. His whole life was just changed because of being the fall guy. I'm getting that from Steve. Yeah, George was her fall guy. When Kaylee went missing, her body language showed genuine grief. His body language. Kaylee was missing. Should agree with finding Kaylee. You know what? I would love to get the behavioral panel to go back and do some of these older ones, these older cases, and talk about them. I remember that, and do you know that's funny you mentioned that, Crafts, the Oklahoma thing, because I was recently, just last night, my sister and I had movie night because her husband was out of town, so we had a slumber party, and we were watching. If you guys haven't seen it, the new Kiefer Sutherland thing that's on Paramount Plus, it's called Rabbit Hole. It's really good. It's only 4 episodes in. So we watched that, and then after that, I started watching. It was on Paramount, and it was Waco: The Aftermath, and that seems like it's going to be really good. It's like in the early stages of it. I think it's like they're what it's Paramount Plus. They just put them out like every week, like old school. They don't do. I like to binge watch stuff, but it was getting late by that point anyway. But yeah, Steve, you watch Behavioral Panel too? Yeah, they're good.
Oh,
They did Dahmer.
he's waiting for the bun.
What she want now?
Really, he's not gonna read.
She's just. Mm-mm-mm. No, this does get better, you guys. Don't worry. It gets better. I think I saw the one about Dahmer's dad, Mel, where they did the behavioral analysis of that. And then, you know what would be good to watch? Would be. This might be controversial, but do y'all remember I know you remember the Colorado shootings, the kids, those high school shootings. Remember one of the moms did a documentary. Did y'all watch that? She was on 48 Hours or something. I would love for them to do a behavioral panel on that. I felt bad for those parents. Oh, but did you see there was another parent that was recently charged because of some kind of another school shooting? They're starting to crack down on that.
I'm having really bad chest pain. Like right here.
She's having a bad what?
Okay.
Chest pain.
My chest. That's so
Okay, sit down. We'll call for help.
bad chest pain. I need to probably
Okay,
get out of the clothes in.
just sit in the couch.
So you tell me we can't do it.
I'm telling you, we're going to call for help right now, but I need you to sit
I
down.
can't breathe. I'm just asking to be out. I can breathe.
No,
Tight and closed and I'm claustrophobic.
you just need to sit down on the couch.
It's really hurting. So.
Sit down on the couch.
I can't breathe. I'm just asking you to open the door.
Hi, Jennifer.
I just want to breathe. I'm asking you to keep the door open. That's all.
No, now we're gonna have to call you an ambulance because you said you got chest pain.
I got chest pain. It's claustrophobic. I can't breathe.
So we're gonna call you an ambulance.
I asked for you to open the door. I just can't breathe.
Well, you're being detained right now, so sit
But
down on the
I
couch.
can't breathe. I just wanted the door open and you refused that. That's all I asked
You're being detained and the door helps that. Okay?
anywhere.
So sit down on the couch.
You just leave the door open so I can breathe?
Sit down on the couch.
I told y'all earlier I was claustrophobic and had really bad anxiety and I take Lorazepam for it.
Yeah, well, you're claustrophobic until
So excuse me, I take Lorazepam every day and if I don't take it, I could have a panic attack. I take all panic attacks. So you are misquoting what you heard, sir. Just
Excuse
said open the
me.
door.
Okay, well, we're gonna have medical come check you out.
I mean, ridiculous. said you're having chest
Yes, I just, since the door's been closed, I haven't taken my anxiety medicine. I've taken it so many days in a row. I'm having,
You had told me,
I don't ever take it except on panic attacks.
yes, you had told me earlier that you don't take it on a regular basis,
I don't.
but whenever,
Panic attacks. When I put
are
it
you
in the last
having-
few days, I feel like I am. That's why I kept asking you to open the door. So now this gentleman thinks that I'm being frustrating to deal with him when I asked several times just to open the door and let me get fresh air. That's all I asked you several times.
would it be helpful, like, do you have your lorazepam?
No, I don't.
Is it in your car?
No, I
in your
don't.
house? Or,
That's why I asked you to open the door.
like, do you want to see a medical personnel, or?
I mean, I wanted the door open because I was having chest pains. That's all.
So what I need very clearly from you right now is for you to tell me whether or not you feel like you are having a
I feel like
medical
I am having a
emergency.
panic attack now.
Okay. Do you feel like you're having a medical emergency that you need to be seen by a medical provider for?
I mean, not probably at the moment, but I am having chest pains, and usually it's a panic attack overing.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't taken it, so it's like taking me off of it because I couldn't get to it yesterday. I do. I've had general anxiety since I was 16.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I literally opened the door and asked him, could I just open the door? That's all. And
Okay.
he started making accusations.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that wasn't his intention. I'm
That's
sure he wasn't
never
intending to.
intention, but I don't like. I didn't come on interview. Have I came at you been disrespectful to you?
No, and I hope that you don't feel like I've been disrespectful
No,
to you either.
that was very unprofessional. What you did.
I don't think so. I told you we were gonna call medical. That's
No, that's not what you
response.
said. That's not what you
Okay.
said. But,
No, that's true right then. That's on recording.
but that is not what you said. You started making up reasons why when I do have testing.
Okay. Well, I believe that you have testing. So, like I said, if you would like medical attention, then we can get you medical attention. Is that what you want?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. That's what he told me to getting. And he told me to sit back down and shut the
I'll
door.
sit here with her if you want to.
Thank you. Just leave the door open. That's all I'm asking. Want the door open.
So, we'll get somebody to come check you out. Do you have any kind of, other than the anxiety disorder, do you have any other medical conditions that we should be aware of?
No, I'm just hungry and tired, and
Okay.
when I get like this, I panic attack.
So, I mean, I gave you a hot pocket earlier. Is there something else that I can get for you? Do you want a sandwich? Do you want have burrito? I have tamales. We have all kinds of stuff here. We can order something if there's something that you need to eat. You just got to tell me what it is.
A Denver
What
omelet,
would you like?
omelet
I
maybe?
mean, obviously, I'm not gonna buy lobster, you know. But what would you like to eat?
First, I would like to see if they can like help me with anxiety medicine.
You need somebody to bring your anxiety medicine.
Like,
We have anxiety medicine here. So
yeah, I'm saying you said you could call medical professionals.
sure, I can call like an EMT. Like they're gonna call an EMT.
Thank you.
But they're not going to be able to dispense medication to you. If you have a prescription, I mean, maybe your husband can bring it and we can get you your medication. You can self-administer what you already have prescribed to you.
Sorry, I'm pulling up right here.
Huh?
My throat is blowing now. When all I asked was for the door to be opened.
Okay, well, let's open.
I know, but he was very like rude about it. So could I please breathe? That's all.
Well, maybe you two, y'all's personalities don't click. You know, sometimes that happens.
But come on, I'm a human being. It's the door. Clearly, I'm not going anywhere. The door. Fine, open the door. That's all I ask.
Well, let's open now. So we
Yes,
can-
I appreciate you saying.
She's a runner. Who did I miss? Somebody came in.
You know, if there's anybody at your house that can bring your medication.
Shelly Belly. Hi.
Sorry. My medication is not at my house. Probably. Book bag. So yeah, it's probably in my book bag. Put it my friends on right here. So I don't have a number because you guys took my phone.
Well, if you want to tell us your passcode, we can get the number out of the phone. If that's
You
what
guys
gonna do.
already had the passcode because I told you plainly earlier when you were here about something. I said the code for, I think it's the same password we use for everything. Oh.
You guys, you know what's funny? It's like she's saying he was so rude. Like she's at a department store and arguing about the customer service. All right, Karen. Would you like to see the manager?
I don't know what that passcode is. If you want me to get your friend's phone number out of your phone, if you want to give me the passcode, then I can do it.
Okay, but you said medical. By the time my friend would get here, medical people could already.
But they're not going to be able to dispense medication. Like the EMT is not going to be able to dispense medication.
So have a chest pain. You're just telling me I can't do nothing.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying they're calling for medical personnel, but it's going to be an EMT. You're telling me your chest pains are anxiety related, and I'm trying to offer a
Right.
solution to get your prescribed medication for that issue.
It's because I haven't taken it. So you no.
Paramedics can look at in the lobby and bring them up to okay.
I think so.
Let's move it. It's on air.
Do you have any, like, some people, whenever they have anxiety attacks and stuff like that, they have like little like songs that they sing to themselves or things that they think about that kind of help calm their mind, calm their anxiety. Do you have anything like that? Maybe like a favorite vacation that you've been on?
I'm trying.
What's your favorite vacation you've ever been on?
Mm-hmm. Probably Aruba.
What did you do while you were in Aruba?
All right, gotta breathe.
Sure.
Fighting like right here, you know. Thanks, President.
Absolutely.
Oh. No, it's kind of spreading right here. Are they almost here?
I've been standing here with you, so I don't have that answer. When was the last time you took your lorazepam?
Okay. I'm saying like you take that like that policy in the mouth, you can't just not take it the next day. You have to like.
Right. So I'm asking, when was the last time you took it?
So I was taking it yesterday. What's today? What is today?
Today
It's the
is
day of the week.
Wednesday.
Yeah. So I didn't take it Tuesday or today.
So you said your favorite vacation was Aruba?
Mhm.
Do you like to like scuba dive or snorkel or?
And I'm being serious. I'm getting dizzy now.
Okay, we'll just lean back on the couch.
But yeah, I like boating activities.
Floating activities.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, oh. Yep, feel free to put your feet up, do what you need to do.
I don't care about y'all taking my what's it called? Wiping my thing because of evidence. So don't think because I know that's what I gotta do. He yelled at me and said, if you're gonna take it anyway and you can have it. That's what part of it. But I really have a chest pain.
Believe you?
So my body is not everyday condition and I work out a lot and burn down. I took a Tylenol, that's why I spoke earlier. I took a Tylenol. I got started getting like a headache and a little bit like, but sometimes that helps, you know.
Sure.
Maybe I'll go sunburn. Like if I had like something, I asked him could I get something to read, that might would help. If you talked about focusing on the brain or something, like that would help, you know. But he said I couldn't have anything to read. Ever have we talked about other questions? Off the time pass? You give me your recommend? I can't hardly breathe. Okay. But I will be certainly do that for you.
Are you okay listening to me? Is that okay?
What's your name? Right?
Yeah, you can take your time to answer.
I want to answer you right away, so then that would trigger that. So just it's gotta take just like 3 minutes or so.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. It's great again. It's hard to breathe in here. Why does it sound like hard to breathe?
Please get stuffy after a little bit. They do.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, one, two,
Yeah.
um, you know. We can get those shoes,
Your old shoes.
those pattern before.
Yeah, your old shoes. All the Nike pretty good at that.
Well, not that same pattern. Maybe the sole in that.
No, if it's a 5.0, a different 5.0 is if it's the same one. But I don't ever really wear these. They're probably like a 2012 model. Maybe 14. Something like that.
Yeah, I've had my Nikes forever. They last for a while.
Are they coming? I need to get some oxygen or something.
That's what's coming. But sometimes if you
I did. I couldn't breathe.
You can't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
You have a bit of anxiety, is that right?
Well, I guess really that was my diet changes and like workout changes, and I can't breathe. So I asked that guy to open the door, and he told me no and shut it. And I was like, please. Is that right, Blink, man?
Yeah, it blinks.
There.
There we are. That's all fair. Thank you.
You sure?
Yeah.
I am Kent, paramedic fire department. What's going on?
I have a little bit of chest pain. Right, just like right here, and now I can't breathe. I just tried to get him to open the door so I could breathe, but
Okay.
it wasn't.
When did this happen? Start.
I didn't have like I took a residue, so I don't know if they're they might be anxiety related, but I
Okay.
don't know.
Just check if we can.
I had anxiety since I was like since I was 16.
Can you just take the lorazepam as needed?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I had taken it like a few days in a row, so
Okay.
without taking it, I feel like I'm doing
You can lay back if you're more comfortable.
even sick.
Okay. You currently have chest pain right now?
Yep.
What does it feel like?
Right now it's going up more and more.
What does it feel like? Is it a stabbing pain? Is it a pressure?
No, it's like pressure.
Pressure. Okay. Are you nauseated? Abnormally short of breath?
Well, I could breathe in here, and I kept asking them could they open the door so I could breathe.
Okay. We're just gonna check your heart. Put some stickers on you and take a picture of the electrical activity of your heart there. Any other medical problems other than anxiety?
Any other ones? I mean, like dealing with that area or in general? In general?
Do you have any other medical problems like
Yeah, no.
diabetes,
Yeah, like-
pressure,
Yeah, like asthma,
asthma?
but not those other ones that you
Do
say.
you have any other diagnosed medical history from a doctor?
So diagnosed, no.
Okay. Do you take any medication every day other than the lorazepam we already talked about?
Not every day, no.
What other medicines do you take today?
I don't know what it's called.
What is it for?
Mhm.
Vital. Do you have any allergies to medication?
No.
What's the birthday?
Mm.
Yeah, this one not too. How old are you?
Hmm?
How old are you?
Mm. Oh, yeah, 35. No. Mm.
And what's your date of birth? What?
35.
Now, what's your date of birth? What day were you born? In what year?
35.
Okay, we're gonna come up with. Four stickers on your chest. Just a good look at your heart, okay?
Why wouldn't she give him her date of birth? What'd she say? Did she say I can't remember, or she just refused to give it to him? Why would you, if somebody's trying to help us help you, Tisha? She doesn't have asthma. She'd be puffing on an inhaler. I think she refused. She stated her age. Oh.
Did I ask anything wrong? I don't understand.
I'm just asking what your birthday is.
Oh,
And you keep saying 35.
older.
Sure. What are you super off about? What day in August? Well, we're gonna have to put some stickers right underneath your left breast here so we can take a look at your heart. What year?
Oh. 1983.
1982. Ma'am, I didn't catch your name. Give me your name, please. Letecia. Can you spell Tisha, please? Give her my name off. Maybe we can write down, please. Ma'am, when's the last time you had problems with your anxiety?
I have it every once in a while, like whenever I don't eat and don't get enough like exercise and different routines.
Any drugs or alcohol today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What have you taken?
it's been. Earlier before I went to the bathroom?
I'm asking if you took drugs or alcohol.
Oh, yeah, like I don't know.
Right, Teresa, they know. What did she say? Now she's getting all, oh, I can't. Now that the paramedics are there, all of a sudden her speech is slurred.
I get really dizzy.
Thank you. Yeah.
A little bit dizzy.
Your vital signs look good. I'm gonna take a look at your heart here, okay?
Okay, cool.
Did they end up taking her to the hospital? I want to find where you guys were talking about how she tried to escape from the hospital.
Don't sit up like a breathe.
Yeah, sit up. Sure. Make feel comfortable. Do you want to turn your legs over here so you can sit down and lean against the back couch?
Okay.
Doctor?
Yeah, I'm dizzy.
Have your, phone on yet? Here's her.
Kind of going down to my stomach. Like right here.
But they don't have any of that on tape where she tried to leave the hospital, though, do they, Bridget?
Oh.
She skips out on the exam. Unbelievable.
Can't really breathe. So.
You're getting enough oxygen?
I know, but I feel like I can't really breathe. I just want like you got. Is it like some oxygen, air?
Sure, that's one thing you're getting enough oxygen. Right now, you need to control your breathing.
Okay, I'm trying.
Slow your breathing down, okay?
I'm trying.
As you know, with anxiety, if you start over breathing, then you're getting that can develop that chest pain. Okay, so that's probably what's going on.
I'm trying.
I think that's gonna work. Turn on. Right now, the paramedics are discussing what they're looking at on the monitor.
Okay, right here.
Yep, they're looking at it right now.
Why am I doing this? I just am breathing. That's all.
I'm sorry?
I just am having breathing problems. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Shelly, I've got a video on just that part where she tried to escape the transport. I did do a piece on that.
Not,
Pretty consistent with your anxiety.
not like this. I don't need this.
Yeah, I got it. Did you go? Well, I'm sending it right now. Man, would you like to
Yeah.
Your heart looks good, everything looks normal.
Yes, I want to.
Wait, what happened?
I probably pictures.
That's. I don't know why it skipped.
I think we're gonna have to do it when we get down to the.
I'm getting cold.
She was hot earlier, now she's cold.
Hang tight there. If you feel like you're gonna get, then go ahead and hold on to your bag here. We're just gonna figure out what we got going on here. Yeah. And let's go ahead and We're gonna walk out here to the are you playing? Are those your sunglasses? Yeah, you told me sunglasses.
Put them in there.
Do it. Alright. Yep. I need to get fit this time. Okay, right out there. Then just kind of on that top there. Okay. Your oxygen saturations are 100%. Oxygen saturations are 100%. If you're having an anxiety issue, anytime you have anxiety issues, one of the common symptoms is feeling like you can't breathe, although you're good at you can just flow in through your nose, out through your mouth, and take deep breaths out of it. Yeah, so just take deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. We got it. Okay.
Okay, I think that's it. So, hang on. So Mel says the nurse testified on her leaving. And that part was voluntary. And she told the nurse she was going to the waiting room to talk to her daughter, and she left. Okay. I just timed out somebody who had a little bit of a thing in the chat because I don't want other people's channels mentioned on here until I'm in a position to where I can start doing that. Yeah, I can't wait for them to bring in Harley. I don't know what's going to happen though. Okay, so is Harley out of the country, or is she here in? Teresa, did she really try to sell suitcases? Okay, so I saw a video earlier today where she was getting ready to go on a trip, and she showed a suitcase, but she didn't just show the suitcase. She showed everything she was putting in it. So there wasn't like any kind of thing where she was making a mockery of a suitcase. And I'm just wondering if that's the video that everybody's going around saying, oh, yeah, she was doing this or that with a suit. She did start a GoFundMe page, though. Harley did. No, Bridget, you weren't the one I timed out. It was somebody else. Oh, what do you want? My chihuahua's having a fit. What do you want? All right, I got the brother's testimony. Y'all want to watch it really quick? I just want to do pieces. Like I said, I can't watch this whole trial. I can't do a live on it or anything, but we can kind of try to look for watch these other pieces that because y'all last night y'all had said y'all wanted to watch, or not last night. What night did we do the live? 2 nights ago? You guys mentioned you wanted to do it. So let me do screen share.
If you would step forward and raise your right hand, please, sir. A little farther forward.
Still right in the middle of the court.
All right. You swear affirm the testimony about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Go ahead and have a seat in the witness stand. Please watch your step as you step into the stand.
Good morning. Could you introduce yourself to the jury and spell your first and last name?
Dakota Lowry, DAKOTALOWRY,
And where do you live, Dakota?
Wilmington, North Carolina.
Did you just fly in yesterday?
Yes, sir.
And what is your relationship with Letecia Stout?
That's my sister.
Pretty tough for you being here right now?
Yes, sir.
Hang in there, all right?
And she doesn't even flinch.
Why, teacher?
Watch her.
Mr. Lowry, do you need a moment?
Take a break for a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have you step back in that back of the jury room for a few minutes. All up for the jury, please.
Oh, I'm glad you're back, Steve, because I know you wanted to watch this last night, didn't you? Want to watch the redo of her brother? Yeah, she's not even upset about her brother being upset.
Thank you. You may all be seated. Record should reflect the jury has left the courtroom. Mr. Lowry, you going to be okay? Need a few minutes?
Yes, I just want to get this over.
Here's the way that the process works, is that I understand that you want to get it done. I understand that. But we have to have the jury in here, and you're going to be subject to questioning by the prosecution and then by your sister's attorneys. Do you understand all that?
What are you talking about, chap? Did I miss?
Okay. Just do the best that you can. Just take a breath. Do you need some water or anything like that?
Good.
There's some water right there if you want some, or you can pour it into that cup there. So everybody's a little nervous when they're on a witness stand. Just take a deep breath.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It happens. It's an emotional case. I get that. But you just have to do the best that you can to get through the testimony, okay?
And with the court's permission, can I just ask some follow-up questions? Mr. Lowry, I know this is very difficult for you, okay? But I really want you to focus on me, and I know your wife's here as well. And I'm just going to ask you some questions, and we'll get through this, okay? But it's important that you got to kind of keep your cool.
Okay.
All right? Can you do that?
I'm gonna try my best. I can't make no promises, but I try my best.
And I appreciate that. I know it's difficult for you here, but we'll get through this, okay? And if you need a break, just let us know. If you feel something coming up or you want to have an outburst, do the best you can and let us know, and perhaps the court, we can take another break, okay? Is that fair?
Okay. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and bring the jury back in.
Oh, okay. So you're saying she did that happened at the end of the day on Friday then? With the flipping off? Because I can fast forward. Maybe we can hear it. Them talk about it. I haven't gotten there yet.
We have the other camera. All rise for the jury, please.
They let the jury out just for that small amount of time? All right, Mel, I'll pull that up
All right,
after
thank
this
you.
one.
May all be seated. Record should reflect the jury has returned to the courtroom. Mr. Young?
Thank you, Ron. Mr. Lowry, this is your first time being in a courtroom ever, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you're probably extremely nervous.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna get through this, okay? I'm just gonna ask you some questions and we're gonna have a conversation. Is that all right with you?
Yes, sir.
Could you let the jury know about your other family members, other brothers and sisters, your parents, that kind of thing?
I got another sister. Her name's Julie. I got a sister named Amy. My mom, Deborah. I mean, that's pretty much.
And then
I
it
got my nieces, all my nieces.
What's your niece's name? Do you remember?
Got Harley, Jazz, Kanae, Cash, Maya, Jada.
And is Deborah your mother?
That's my mom. Yeah.
And for the most part, did your family grow up in North Carolina, where you're from, Lumberton, and
Yes, sir.
some still living out there?
Yes, sir.
And you mentioned that Letecia Stalk is your sister,
Yes, sir.
and you see her in the courtroom today.
Yes, sir.
Could you point her out and describe what she's wearing?
A green sweater.
And when was the last time you saw her?
When we came down here in 2020.
So January 2020.
Yes, sir.
And so I want to talk about that a little bit. When you said you came out here, who came out here?
Me, my mom, and my Aunt Brenda.
And what's Brenda's last name?
Akron,
What's your mom's last name?
Locklear.
Why'd you come out here?
We come out here to help support Tisha because we felt like she was being wrongly accused for something that we believe she would never do.
And so I'm sorry, go
We-
ahead.
We also wanted to come out here and help look for him. We did.
Go ahead and take a deep breath, all right? You let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
So you wanted to come out and help. You refer to her as Tisha,
Mhm.
and you also wanted to look for Gannon.
Yes, sir.
That's all they're going to show on this clip. I hate when Law and Crime does that. Okay, hang on. I wanted to find out that part where he was talking about the suitcase. Let me see if I got a clip of that. Okay,
So earlier,
hang on. Let me do that live. Oh, maybe you guys can see it. Okay, all right. Okay, pardon me.
you had mentioned that she wanted to go back to South Carolina. What was the plan with the cargo van? Was she going to take the cargo van that Brenda Awkward rented to go back to South Carolina?
I don't know if she was going to take that one because Aunt Brenda wouldn't. I doubt Aunt Brenda was going to let her. I believe Aunt Brenda told her she had to get another van.
And so the next morning, we're now on February 1st, 2020. Did you help her get a new van?
Yes, sir.
Tell the jury about that. What did you and your sister do to get a new van?
We went and drove to the budget place. We got another van. And we got the van. We unloaded all the stuff from out of the van into another van, into the other van.
So was that in the early morning hours?
I believe so.
Do you know about what time it was? Is that the first thing you did on February 1st?
I can't remember.
When you get to the budget area, did you know that you were going to transfer things from one van to another when you got there?
Yeah.
So did you talk about that on the way to the budget rental van?
Yeah.
So talk to the jury about that. How did you guys go about doing that, moving the items from one van to another?
We just went around right to the side of the budget place, and we just backed the vans up and just swapped them out.
During that process, did you see the defendant with a rather large suitcase?
Yes, sir. I seen her with a lot of suitcases. Well, there was a lot of suitcases on there.
Was there one that kind of stood out to you?
Yes, sir.
Tell the jury about that. Why did it stand out to you?
Because it looked like she was struggling with it.
Did you offer to help her?
Yep.
What'd she say?
She didn't need help.
Did you ask her what's in the suitcase?
Yep.
What'd she say?
She told me it was softball stuff.
Why'd you ask her what's in the suitcase?
I didn't feel right about it.
What about that suitcase didn't make you feel right?
I just felt like it was too heavy for her.
You know, at this time, I'd like to publish People's Exhibit 48. It's already been admitted into evidence.
Go ahead.
You recognize the suitcase we see on the TV screen?
Yep.
How do you recognize that suitcase?
Look, it's an old suitcase. And I remember that suitcase looked old, and it's green.
Is that the suitcase you saw your sister putting into the budget van?
Yep.
Is that the suitcase you asked her about what's in it?
Yep.
Is that the suitcase you didn't feel right about?
Yep.
Is that the suitcase she told you softball equipment was in?
Yep.
Thank you. Take that down.
Wow. That poor kiddo. Yeah, Teresa, it's burned in his brain, and it's also the fact that he'll probably replay that over and over again in his head, and he probably already has. Like I almost helped her pick it up and put it in the van. Poor kiddo. All right, so let me go over to you guys want to see. Hang on. Let's see if we can find that part where she's doing the issues with the judge, or at least where they talk about it.
Another photograph to remember where that tub was at that time.
Okay. Let's go to 441, then we'll go back to that photograph, okay? What do we see in 441?
People's Exhibit 441 is actually a photograph to where we're seeing the northeast corner. So we can see the sump pump back in the upper right-hand corner. And we have the same area where we can see the Sharpie circles going into that corner, and you can actually still see some of the liquid spray marks around them.
We can go back to 407 now, please.
And if you could find a reasonable breaking point in the next couple of minutes, please.
Yep, we're going to finish up with this and
I thought that was it.
So I guess this is at the very end.
okay,
of the
we
day.
have 407 up now. There's the red suitcase that you alluded to. Do you see the tub there?
Yes. So based on seeing this photograph and the proximity of the tub to that area, yes, so those did go in that general direction. That sump pump I had mentioned is actually just to the left behind all of those boxes.
Those are my questions, Your Honor. Thanks.
Okay. Ms. No.
Sorry.
Ms. Bell, I'm going to have you step down. And, because I have some things that I need to attend to. So, I'll have you step down. You'll have to come back on Monday.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we'll see you back on Monday at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am.
Wait. Why can't you guys see it? There it is.
Darren, do you mind if I go slip those like that?
Yes, please. I was going to ask somebody to do that.
Is this the part where they do it, you guys?
Ladies and gentlemen, we will take our weekend break. Again, I'm going to go through the long instruction that you probably are tired of, but I still need to read it anyway. You've probably already guessed that there's been some public or media interest in this case. There could be more in the coming weeks. You must guard against that, as you will be required to decide this case based on the evidence presented and the instructions that I give to you. Again, you can tell your friends and family that you are on this jury and how long you think it will go. You can ask for their help in avoiding exposure to stories or even opinions from others regarding this case. But you cannot otherwise discuss anything about this case with anyone, and you should not listen to any opinions regarding this case from someone else. You can still blog or communicate with others, just not about this case. You can't do any blogging about your jury experience or communication with other jurors. You can still watch TV. You can still go on the internet. You still can patronize Amazon, but you just can't do anything about this case. If anything regarding this case comes through your feed, change the channel, turn the page, do not give it any attention. You are not allowed to look at, read, consult, or use any material of any kind, including any newspapers, magazines, television, and radio broadcasts, dictionaries,
Did
medical,
she already flip him
scientific,
off,
technical,
or is it
religious,
coming
or
up?
law books
I
or
think she
materials,
was
or the
flipping
internet
him
in
off when that
connection with
chick
your
was on
jury
the stand.
service. I want to emphasize that you must not seek or receive any information about this case from the internet, which includes all social networking, Google, Wikipedia, blogs, and other websites. You are not allowed to do any research of any kind about this case.
Is this it?
So I'm going to dismiss,
Watcher.
or I'm going to send all of you, almost all of you home right now. We have, as you know, we're referring to all of the jurors by numbers, and you guys are probably going crazy because your numbers keep changing. Every time you come back, you have a different seat number, and it's based upon where you are when you come back in that group and where you are seated. So in this case, I'm going to let everybody leave except for juror number 12, white hoodie, hoop earrings. I need her to stay for just a few minutes. Everybody else is excused. Enjoy your weekend. And juror number 12, if you can remain with us for a moment. All rise for the jury, please.
What did juror number 12 do wrong?
And
Did she
juror
fall
number 10,
asleep?
if you just want to let yourself out.
I know the jurors asking questions was interesting. I think every judge should do that. That's pretty cool.
Thank you. You may all be seated. Record should reflect that all of the jurors except for juror number 12 have left the courtroom. If we did our work right, I have the right juror. If we didn't, I apologize. I think you probably know why you might be here. Are you the juror that communicated to Mr. Combs that you knew one of the witnesses? Okay. You probably feel a little weird with everybody staring at you right now, but you did the right thing. Okay. This happens. Okay. It's really not that uncommon that somebody looks through the witness list and goes, I don't know any of these people. They don't recognize names. Names sometimes change. Sometimes they just don't remember the name, and then they see the face and they remember the person. And they do the right thing. They tell us that they know one of the witnesses. So who is it that you know, and how is it that you know that person?
So I know the expert witness, Stephanie Happ.
Okay.
was her last name, distantly.
Okay. How is it that you know her?
So about 3 years ago, I was a worship leader at a church. My dad was the pastor. Stephanie's mother-in-law attended that church. Stephanie did not. Stephanie's mother-in-law is getting up in years and wanted to discuss with my father and I, as her pastoral staff, her wishes for her for her funeral. And she wanted to do that while she was still alive. So about 3 years ago, this person that attended our church gathered my father and mother and I at what turned out to be Stephanie's house. And
I don't wanna
along
go
with her other
forward too
children
much 'cause I don't wanna miss
discuss her end of life wishes. So for about a couple of hours, we were in that home discussing funeral arrangements. And then we all greeted one another warmly and I left.
Okay.
That's not enough for them to
Then-
excuse her, though, is it?
As it turns out, last October, this same church member of ours had an adult daughter who passed away from stomach cancer. Because I was part of the clergy of this thing, Janice asked me to sing at her daughter's funeral. So I did that. And at that funeral, I saw Stephanie, greeted her, gave her a hug, told her I was very sorry for her loss, and we've gone our separate ways. So those are the 2 times that I have seen and spoken with Stephanie.
Okay. So, yeah, I have to ask this question. Did you, and I know it's going to sound kind of foolish, but did you or did she mention anything about this case to you during either one of those instances? Do you or would you be able to judge her testimony just as you've been able to judge everybody else's testimony in this case?
Absolutely.
Is there anything about the context that you've had with her that would make you say, you know, I'm going to believe her because I know her, or I'm going to disbelieve her because I know her, something along those lines? Do you think that you can weigh her testimony just as you would weigh the? Thank you. You may all be seated. Record should reflect that juror number 12 has left the courtroom. Are there any challenges to juror number 12 continuing to serve as a juror in this case? Prosecution?
No, Judge. The juror was very conscientious, brought this information to us immediately, it sounds like. Talked about 2 passing interactions that she had with Ms. Happ some years ago, and indicates that she can still be very fair and impartial in this case and is not going to give her any special deference or anything like that. So I don't think there's any reason from our perspective that she would be challenged for cause.
Defense?
I'm going to move to have her excused for a couple of different reasons. One, I'm not alleging any bad faith or anything on the part of this juror, but it appears that it's more than a passing connection. This would sound, at least what I was gathering, it sounded like she was hoping to do end of life planning for Ms. Happ. I thought it was her mother, that there was a couple hour long meeting at the house, that there was a connection with a shared church, a religious connection. Part of the issue is, Your Honor, this is not just a lay or perceiving witness. This is an expert witness whose opinion these jurors are going to have to determine the basis of their opinion and how they value their opinion and so forth. So it's not just
Yada, yada,
whether
yada.
would give her more credibility. It's also how that she would weigh her expert opinion on this, and it's expert opinion that is key to this case. Ms. Happ has identified the gun in question that she testified about as being the gun that actually killed Gannon Stout. Furthermore, they're going to have later evidence that is going to put Ms. Stout's DNA on that gun. And so this is the key connection of all the other, there's everything else is there's a lot of circumstantial. I mean, this is pretty direct tie with Ms. Stout to the weapon that this witness is saying actually killed Gannon Stout. So based upon that, I would say it's a little bit different situation because it's an expert and it's her opinion that she's going to be judging, and she does have a relationship with her. Further, Your Honor, I can say that that juror was one of the ones that we had a lot of debate on as far as whether or not to use a preemptory challenge on. It was down, she was our last one. It was her and another juror. Whoever we used our last preemptory on, the choice was between her and that juror. Had we known that she had this kind of connection with this expert witness, we would use a peremptory challenge on her. We're, I think, more than or close to halfway through this trial. We have 6 alternate jurors on this case. I think that it's a cleaner to excuse her at this time with our things and move one of the alternates on. And that way we can go forward.
All right.
I like this
I want to
judge.
think about this over the weekend. I'm also going to review her questionnaire again as well, and also the seating and strike chart to see where we were, or to see how the peremptories shook out. I don't know, since she was not excused, whether that will help me a whole lot, but I want to look at 2 of those things, and then I will make a decision before we start trial on Monday.
Okay.
We'll go from there.
Yeah, we just have one other issue to bring up.
Go ahead.
Judge. Are you ready for it now?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. It's come to our attention.
Hold on just a
Okay.
second. She can go ahead and go, and we'll see her back on that. Okay, Mr. Allen.
It's come to our attention that during I think mostly the afternoon session of witnesses today, that the defendant has been flipping the bird potentially to witnesses or to our family that are here for Gannon. And there have been pictures that have been passed to me during this process. One, it's disrespectful to this court. It's disrespectful to this process. And I would ask the court to admonish her to refrain from acting this way in the future during the pendency of this case.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
I've not seen any of that, but on the other hand, the defendant is to my far right. I can see her some on a screen, but I'll just take it as is. Ms. Stout, what you need to understand is that I can control the conduct of an awful lot of people in the courtroom, including yours. And don't do that. Don't show that kind of, don't be making disrespectful gestures to witnesses, to people, to family members, anything like that. You need to understand that if that continues, I can have you removed and the trial will continue without you. And you will sit in a holding cell in this building. And every time we take a break, I'll bring you back up to ask whether or not you can conform your conduct to what I'm requiring. If you choose to act in a disruptive behavior or disruptive fashion, I'll just have you removed and we'll continue on without you. And then we'll check and see if you want to come back and behave in a respectful manner. So I'll just leave it at that. And we will see where we are on Monday. All right. All right. Court will be in recess. You can leave everything here. The only thing that I for sure want to have locked up is the gun and the ammunition. I don't ever leave that out.
Oh, no, she's got to talk about it.
So that we need to make sure gets into a locker somewhere
She
or
laughing.
into an evidence closet somewhere. Other than that, we'll see everybody 9 o'clock on Monday morning.
All rise.
I wonder if her lawyers told her to shut the hell up. If I was her attorneys, I'd be like, really? You're not helping yourself. Yeah, act like an adult, Teresa. Correct. I'm saying. Anything else you guys want to watch while we're on? Now's the time to speak because I think we'll close it out. We've been on for over an hour and a half or almost an hour and a half. No, they didn't look happy at all, Mel. They did not. And she was laughing. She was probably embarrassed. She should be. How dare her do anything towards the family? I hope she is having panic attacks in those damn jail cells. Do y'all think that do you think that she's still in a jail cell by herself? She probably has to be, right? Do we think they'll remove the juror? I don't know. I mean, they've got 6 alternates, but they're halfway through the trial. A lot could happen still, though. They still have a lot of time during the trial, and I almost feel like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he'd do it or not. It'll be interesting to hear what he says about it on Monday. Yeah, this is her last hurrah, Steve. They weren't sure about that one to begin with. Oh, he said they weren't sure about that one to begin with. I know, Crafts, I gotta go to bed too. Abby thinks that they should use an alternate. Yeah. I mean, I guess you gotta think about it this way. If they gotta look at the fact that any little thing could cause an appeal down the road. I mean, just like the road did. You gotta be really cautious. You gotta dot your I's, cross your T's, and that's probably what he's trying to decide over the weekend. But I'm glad he didn't make a rush decision. I really like this judge, you guys. When I first read about him, I was kind of curious to see how he was going to react, but I don't know why he's gotten bad marks. Maybe it's like one of those things where anybody can say anything about him and it all be taken into consideration. And if that's the case, you know, we all have people that say bad things about us, right? Thank you, Mel. Thanks for coming on, you guys. I really appreciate you being here. And I apologize that Dawn got mad at me. I don't know what to tell you. Look, I'm a small channel. I'm trying to grow. Um, I don't I don't want to promote other channels being promoted on my channel because I want y'all to be here with me, not with other people. So if I promote another channel, it's because I watch them and I've vetted them and I'm comfortable telling you about them. And that's just what it is. And I guess I probably lost her as a sub, but I don't know what to do. We're gonna stay drama free here. So lame ending Friday. Judge was lame. Sorry. Oh, Abby's not happy. I'm sorry, Abby. I think the judge wasn't harsh enough on her. Well, what's he supposed to do? Well, so let me ask you this, Abby. If you were the judge, what would you have done? I mean, I guess what can he do? Like maybe he's like, this is her warning. This is a warning. Isn't this like the second warning they've given her though? I think it is. So maybe he's probably like, and another thing too, remember how much it delayed the trial when they had to bring her out, bring Brooks back in and out all the time? He's probably not wanting to do that. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate your support on that discussion. I can sign in under my real name so my channel name isn't showing. Crafts and chat, I don't care about that, honey. I don't mind you promoting your channel by being here. It's just when and I would say if anybody wants to go look at Crafts and Chat channel, go look at it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't know the channel she was mentioning. So I don't want people going over there. Like I don't want it on like I heard from Carrie to go over to this channel and then they go over there and something happens and then they come back and go, well, I can't. So that's all I'm saying. And honestly, if I could have just deleted the comment, this is another thing too I want to tell you guys. On my end, if I can just delete somebody's comment, I would do that. Just delete the comment and then move forward. But it doesn't allow me to do that. It makes me put that person in timeout to delete the comment. So that's why she got pissed. But it is what it is. Yeah, you can't please everybody. You feel like you did what he did, what he could, but he was even kill temperament, and I think he gets misread. Yeah, I think so too. I like him a lot. All right, I know. Long Southern goodbyes. Sorry, y'all. No, girl, you're all good, Crafts. Don't worry about it, honey. We're all good here. I really appreciate you guys sticking in with me. It's not like I have a lot of you guys on my lives, and probably because I don't give a whole lot of notice, so it's on my own fault. Thank you, Miss Teresa. I appreciate you. And I think I might do a video on Darrell, his court thing. If I don't, I'll do a live on it. But I might just create a video tomorrow on his little last restitution thing he just did. So y'all be good and have a blessed Sunday. And then I will see you guys on Monday. Or you'll see something from me on Monday, I'm sure. Good night, everyone.